What up? What up? What up, you guys? It's Blackwing 2040. Welcome back to the DC Animated Universe Marathon, where Tex and I go through the iconic episodes as well as some of our favorite episodes of the DC Animated Universe. So, as you know, folks, me and Tex are going through the new Batman adventures, and we made it to, funny enough, I would call this an odd episode because this episode, Growing Pains, it's a Clayface focus episode, but for some reason the episode is a continuation of Clayface's story. It's just on an episode we didn't do commentary on. But overall, Tex, how you feel going into this episode, and have you seen this episode, by the way?
I have vague memories of this episode. Um, I just remember it was like one of the only Tim Drake stories I remember from the series.
Mm-hmm.
And for a long time when I got older, because I barely remember the premise and I remember the twist now, but I always thought the girl in the show was like Cass or someone, and now I'm like, oh no, she wasn't. Yeah, okay.
Imagine if she was.
Yeah, but imagine. but I really dug the twist. I really dug the episode in general from what I remember. But this would be the first time I like get to see it in full in like over 10 years. So
Got you. So yeah, we don't really have any overarching discussion to say before we start the episode, so we're just gonna get right into it anyhow. So let us begin. If you're watching this with us, you could start the episode right about in 3, 2, 1. Whew. I really wish HBO Max had the option where you could just change what you call it, change the intro, like how on the DVD you could change the intro to have it be like either the animated series or the new Batman Superman Adventures intro.
yeah, I get you. That would be a great feature. I have no hope they do it, but you know,
No, they won't. They won't. Especially with HBO Max being around for like what? How many? Almost like what? 2 years now.
yeah, they don't even have the option to have the pick your own story option for that Death in the Family movie they did.
Oh, really? Also, it's a
No,
good
they,
thing I
they
didn't.
they just give you the base Under the Red Hood story, and you just get all the anthology movies that come after, like the Adam Strange movie, the Death movie. The anthology is great, but the main movie's only bad because it's just cliff notes. It's an inferior version of the Under the Red Hood movie because you don't get to choose your story because they
Yeah,
don't have that
cause,
function.
'cause I was like, do I need to watch this movie anyway? Because I'm just like, I
Unless
know
you're
what happened.
yeah, unless you're watching it for like again the anthology stories like Phantom Stranger and Monster Commandos, all those. There's no reason to watch it.
Yeah, and the fact that they made it a choice made movie, I'm just like, okay.
That was kind of weird. I think they just wanted to use some of the older animation they already had to make money off of.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go
Uh,
rob this teenage girl. Oh my god.
oh, little
Like
Gotham is never a place to live.
this is the
Never a good
grungiest
place.
looking part of Gotham I've ever seen. I can
Right.
believe somebody got shot here.
Typical motorcycle gang. She's just
I
a
know that
kid.
I know they're just supposed to be like cliche villains, but like even in real life, I don't think they do this. It was like, what's the point? I get nothing. If anything, you're just annoying. Out of here. And
Yeah.
you have nothing for me to steal. I don't.
This is
Oh, Tim's on. Oh, okay. Tim's actually alone. Halloween's over. You must not heard who I am, man. I don't. I
get him, Tim.
feel like fighting somebody on a motorcycle would be to put you at a disadvantage. I don't know. You don't have
Who
that much
knows?
movement. Well, you got the speed, but if somebody just Tim is a
Ooh,
strong 13-year-old. That was a whole wooden plank.
using the environment to his advantage. Oof.
Yeah, Tim is strong. That's this.
Wow.
No. This is he's been taking them Superman pills, man. And this is what I'm talking about when I say Tim. As far as what they show us, is a far superior Robin than Dick was as Robin.
Mm-hmm.
If this was Dick, he would have got blindsided and knocked out.
Sadly. Sadly.
Yeah.
Hmm. This is one of the things I actually liked about this episode was that it was a Tim Drake focused episode because, again, Tim barely got any focus in this entire show. It was always either Bruce and Barbara hogging the spotlight this entire show.
Yeah, it's also kind of funny. Tim has his own little. I'm actually surprised he's able to. He's allowed to go on his like solo,
his own patrols.
Yeah, his own patrol at this point. Like I know he eventually does in the Return of the Joker and that prologue, but that movie, even though Tim looks the same, I'm pretty sure he's at least a few years older.
Yep. I never when you look at you see that spot on Batman, that little part on his face. Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like about the animation for a little bit. It's just a little.
That's weird. That's so weird. That's
a weird.
They always bring it back. It's just weird because he's saying it to Bruce of all people, and it's like
I was like teenagers. I'm like glad Barbara's past her wild years. Ooh, Jim, there are things you probably don't know.
But you let him patrol his own now. That's kind of funny.
Dang, Bruce. Shouldn't you be the one telling him about how you were falling for Selena back in the day? Or Talia?
Despite being a rich, he's trying to be a rich orphan. Now he still dresses in the same plain t-shirt he wore when he was homeless.
Yep.
I guess he didn't want to get no new clothes. Oh, what are the chances?
I like how it's just his hair.
That. I never even noticed his hair was different. That's funny.
Yep. That's funny how when he goes out to become Robin, he just had to just like shuffle his hair around.
Oh my God, is that Robin? Just around
in public at a train station?
It's not even nighttime yet. I don't think it's like evening, maybe.
Uh-oh.
I thought they were still in the building, even like she went outside.
Oh, is this a train station or a bus station? Probably a bus station.
I couldn't tell. I thought it was an airport. I don't know. The mask is pretty cool, man.
Imagine if he had to if he did unmask himself, but mind you, his mask is pretty much gives him the innocent look in the first place.
That's how you say it, yeah. He has a more rugged look outside of it.
Yep. There we go. I was like, doesn't he call her Annie? That's a very
shadows.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Knowing who he is now, it kind of like brings a whole new perspective to it, and it actually makes that character seem a lot smarter than he is, as he like doesn't want people to know who he really is, so he like uses his powers to change how he looks.
Yep.
Her father.
Her father. Ooh.
Okay, Tim. Now, as soon as he started getting close, you should have,
Watch it, Tim. Can't even do anything.
Tim, you look. You already know he's strong. Use a Bird-a-ring, man.
I can't. It's because of Young Justice that I had to call his Batarangs Bird-a-rings. Good gosh.
I legit. I don't even know anymore. I think it's kind of ridiculous that Bruce actually gives him his own. Oh, that's a great. I love anytime he glides down like that.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a good catch. I thought he was gonna like flip them both back. He just actually just grabbed
nice catch, Bruce.
I guess Bruce is like, yeah, okay, why not?
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like, no.
See, I get why he didn't make an argument because, like, yeah, he's after this guy. They're both in after him. This is
Well,
their best
actually,
chance.
because Gordon did give him the rap sheet about this guy, so it makes sense. So I'm like, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
guy
so
we're
it's
looking
like,
for.
yeah, why not? Are you kidding me?
Gone.
Again, the twist really adds to this because it's like it kind of explains it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't send him on his own. Just like, I mean, you can, but he already kind of proved you can't do much to him.
Up
This is
we
probably
go.
my favorite design. I've never said it before, all the episodes we've watched, but this is my favorite, probably my favorite designed grapple hook.
Oh yeah. I like this grapple
Yeah,
hook better.
like I kind of dislike how it's become more of a gun kind of thing. I think it looks more boring that way.
I mean, hence the name grapple gun or grapple hook, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it.
Oh, that's fair. I thought that was a puppy, man. Bruce's shadow looks really weird right there.
From a distance.
Yeah. This episode's very fast paced. Like I don't remember it going anything like this. I remember only the beginning and a bit of the end.
I just remember like a little bit of the beginning and the end. That's it.
Most of the episode is taking place in this like area, so that's pretty interesting. She couldn't fit down there.
Or could he?
But you gotta talk to your partner, man. Like, yeah, I know you're detectiving, but you gotta come on.
I guess he wanted to let Tim kind of be the head on this case anyway.
Oh,
What
okay,
do
there
we
goes your
have
hint.
here?
That goes your first hint. I mean, the biggest hint, I guess. The drain was, I guess, the first hint. That's a good point. Oh, you can find her.
Oh. Wow, Tim. Striking out on your own. Maybe he did
Eventually,
pick up.
that does know him, man.
Maybe he has picked up a few things from Dick.
If only. Actually, no. To that back. He hasn't picked up Dick's job or man.
A few things, not all.
Yeah, the best things.
Yes.
If I run down this part of Gotham, it usually doesn't look like this.
There's always that one part of Gotham or any city. Jeez.
That is actually sad. No, he feels about that. That used to be him. Or something. I guess he wasn't homeless, but he was definitely on his own.
He can relate.
He's just walking
through the streets of Gotham aimlessly, right out in costume.
Okay, that's the second time. These are both times he's found it feels like a coincidence, but it's okay. Never talk to anyone else though.
Aw.
Again, the twist kind of ruins that for me, but it's okay.
Yep. Sadly.
Kane. A lot of Kanes in Gotham.
I wonder why that Kane Tower was there. Maybe, I don't know.
Easter egg? I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking Batwoman Easter egg, but no. But then again, Batwoman didn't arrive until like after Infinite Crisis, so.
I mean, you found her. I would went back to Bruce. Like, oh yeah, I found her. So then we can use her and get to her father. I don't know, but it's okay, Tim. Do you? You're robbing on me.
Imagine if he had a tracer on him the entire time.
Well,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Would have you believe they do?
Yep, of course he does.
I hope it's in the costume. I'm about to say if it's in his body,
It's in the utility belt.
It's kind of crazy. You do treat him like a child. Again, irony considering how Tim's story eventually goes. Yeah, I should have kept the tracker on him at all times. But
when
whatever.
Bruce said, "Oh my God," it's just. I really do love this
So
Batmobile design. So much better than the long nose engine one
no, I
from the
agree.
early.
I only like that design in the opening because the opening uses all the shadows, and even then, it's not that good of a design. It just looks really cool.
Yeah.
Also, screw you, Bruce. Like you're not gonna tell me. Just who's the dad? I feel so bad for Alfred. He just has to accept when Bruce he reaches an epiphany. He just has to accept it. Jesus,
Sounds like
Tim. Ew.
Gotham sewers, always a mess.
Not as messy as they should be. I feel like Gotham would have some of the worst sewers ever, man. Dun, 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 dun,
Just imagine a red
dun.
lightsaber lights up at the end of that hallway.
Oh my god, that felt exactly like the opening of the Batman. That was amazing. Oh,
Clayface.
we've never met before, but I read the files or whatever.
Yeah, I read your file, but it can't be.
It's impossible. Nobody even liked your last episode. It's so grotesque how he still has teeth. Like he has to actually make himself have teeth. You know, he doesn't need them.
And
I guess
I
it looks goofy.
actually like this design a little bit more.
I do too. I think the other designs sometimes looked a bit too
Muddy.
yeah. Like it was more mud, less monster. This one it has the right amount of mud and monster, you know.
Yeah.
Also, the visuals on his powers are a lot. I guess they're better because this Clayface is actually like mastered his powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is actually one of the worst places to fight Clayface, man.
Yeah.
But
Too many enclosed spaces. Anytime, Bruce. Anytime.
Is this Ace Chemicals? What was what was that walkway?
This can't be Ace.
It was just funny because that walkway looked just like the one where Joker fell over. Oh, okay. I
No.
always thought we wouldn't have figured it out before Tim did. Okay, cool.
No, she's not okay, Tim.
Oh, so how's Clayface your dad? I don't think he has any kids.
Sorry, Tim.
What a lucky coincidence, but
Guess Gotham's water is never clean. But you didn't. You had to face the facts, Tim.
that's kind of really depressing, man. Like you're not even a real person, or are you?
Nope.
It's certainly an interesting concept. I wouldn't mind if she made it. Well, that was a great chop, superhuman Tim Drake. I'm telling you. Okay, Tim. Now you knew
That was not going to work.
Yeah. Come on, Tim. I know you're trying, but come on. So does Bruce just not have him and the others just carry freeze pellets all the time just in case this happens, man?
Nope. Guess not. Oh, gosh. This doesn't end well.
That Batmobile must not be going to. That took a
Oh,
lot of muscle to do that. Ew, that's kind of.
that is very
This
grotesque.
is generally something that is like kind of dark. Like for BTS, I shouldn't be surprised, but I guess for New Adventures, I'm decently surprised. Like
Products of their time.
that was some
Yeah.
rage on Tim's face.
Yep,
That was excellent drawing.
he is angry. Uh-oh.
Ooh. Wow.
She can't come back, man. Jeez, Tim.
I can't. She's gone. I mean, is she? How did she get out the first time?
Don't.
He's not even alive anymore. He doesn't count. Oh.
Oof. I always liked it when Clayface did that, had his two arms with like axes on them.
Oh yeah, it looks very cool. Oh, well. Okay, so Tim can't keep shooting the birderings or batterings at him, but we can leave him in an explosion. I mean, I guess we'll survive. I don't. Ooh, never mind.
Still in one piece.
I thought this was gonna be an episode where Clayface once again ended the episode just, lost somewhere. I thought he was always the villain who never got caught, but I guess I was wrong.
Not this time. Bruce should know. Oof.
Okay.
That's last line.
Great line, but technically untrue. His lawyer will not let that stand in court. But that was a great Tim episode, man.
He was hurt. He was deep hurt.
I feel like that'll definitely be like the first definitive mission he remembers.
Yep. So yeah, basically, we'll do some backtracking. So the reason why Clayface came back. So his previous focus episode, his body was starting to deteriorate, kind of like how Freeze's body was starting to fall apart. So this one scientist was trying to keep him whole, and crazy enough, this scientist also had a crush on Clayface. Weird. But it ended up failing, and then Clayface crash. He literally falls out that lighthouse, ends up in the Gotham River, and of course, what Annie says, he passes through these chemicals that kind of put him back together again, and that's how he got here. But
okay.
it's still weird because a smudge of chemicals in Gotham River was able to put him back together, and yet Solvent was able to separate him. Well, not separate him, to weaken him. So
Clayface's body is an enigma.
Imagine if Riddler said that. Like, Clayface is quite the enigma, isn't he? Overall, Tex, what do you think of the episode?
I actually really like that. I'm trying to think if it's my favorite one so far. What are the last few episodes we did? There was the Nightwing and Catwoman one.
That one was
the Mr. Freeze one. What else am I missing? Tim Drake's first episode.
The two. Wait, no, that was part of the Tim Drake episode. The Scarecrow episode where he kind of creates courage gas, if you would say.
Okay, so
Fearless.
From everything I'm remembering, what was the first ever episode we did?
It was the Tim Drake, it was Tim's origin debut episode.
Okay, well, in that case, so far this is my favorite episode, unless I'm forgetting something.
Because I'm trying to see. We did the Tim Drake one, we did the Mr. Freeze one, the Scarecrow one, the Nightwing and Catwoman focused episode. Oh, and the ventriloquist episode.
Okay, so this episode is my favorite so far, with ventriloquist in my second.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
This episode, again, I've never been the biggest Tim Drake fan, but I really do love like this Tim. It's kind of a shame in retrospect when you realize like he doesn't get that much time to shine, ironically enough.
Yeah.
Would have been spectacular if we ever did get that Titans cartoon, or if he was allowed to be like in the original Cell of Justice League, him, a female cyborg, and I think Impulse were supposed to
Yep.
be in it. So
Yep.
I don't know. I would have liked to see more of this Tim Drake, and this episode kind of cements that. I really like him. He's a really likable character to carry this episode on his own.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed this episode.
Yep.
Clayface was a fine villain.
And
As he often is.
And that's the last we'll see of him until Justice League.
That is what the episode where he pretends to be Flash.
Yeah, yes, I got him, part, yo.
Okay, well that's definitely Clayface's crowning achievement in that episode. Oh man,
where he was Flash for like a few seconds.
Oh, that was great. Okay, what did you think of it?
It was not bad. Again, Tim Drake rarely ever gets episodes to shine because, again, Batgirl was the one that was getting all the spotlight. It was always either Bruce or Barbara that was getting the focus. But now that I'm remembering, Batgirl was she was also in the ventriloquist episode, if I'm correct, right?
Yes. I know Tim wasn't really in
it. Yeah, Tim wasn't.
I was Barbara because they got stuck in the safe. I remember.
Oh, right, yeah. So yeah, Bruce. See what I mean? Yeah, Bruce and Barbara. It was always Bruce and Barbara throughout this entire show, sadly. But it was an okay episode. I liked how Tim got to handle a case on his own for a bit, because we rarely ever get that, and it sucks that we have yet to see him get to his true potential in any form of media outside of the comics. Like, of course, you look at the comics, you see Tim as a masterful detective, but in media, he's always, by Batman's, yeah.
Like Young Justice, definitely. He kind of just showed up, didn't get to do anything.
I'm so disappointed that Young Justice still shoved him to the side. Even in this season, well, then again, Tim didn't do nothing in season 4. He did jack squat. Nothing. That is crazy. That's very well. Then again, the season 4 pretty much focused on the OG, so I can't be too mad at that.
Yeah, I might get that, but it's also like, I really do wish. I've always, even since I was a kid, I always wish that Justice League introduced an episode, whether it been the OG series or Unlimited, and also that Static Shock one line when Static and Batman teamed up. I always thought it would have been really cool if Tim got to like have a generation of Titans and like other young superheroes. We never see that. It's kind of really sad in retrospect that this is the last series that Tim, like this version of the DCAU, like he's ever prominent.
Yeah,
like he doesn't. I don't know where he was in Batman or Harley Quinn. Return of the Joker kind of showed us his ending, but as far as everything before that, we really don't get anything. So
nothing. We got nothing after that. But that's our commentary on the episode Growing Pains. I was about to say Old Wounds for a second. We're not at that episode yet. Not yet, but soon. But yep, that was our commentary on this episode. Of course, we won't see, like I said, we don't see Clayface again until Justice League. But overall, it was an okay episode. A great Tim Drake episode, if I will also say. But pretty solid episode. And especially with Tim saying at the end when the cops are trying to the list of things that they had to book Clayface for, and in Tim's eyes, he was like, yeah, murder. He just wanted to fall in love. He wanted to be a kid. He wanted to be a kid because he pretty much got put to the superhero role at a very young age.
Yeah, and these episodes just make what happens to him all the more worse now. Tim deserves better.
Yeah, sadly. But anyway, guys, thank you for listening on this commentary. Tex, where can everybody find you?
So, guys, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter at the Detective.
And as always, guys, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch at Blackwing2040. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to be notified whenever a new video goes up or whenever I go live. And as always, thank you guys so much for listening on this commentary. And as always, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing.